In this episode, we will be discussing the important graphs, figures, and boxes appearing in Chapter-08 of the Economic Survey 2018-19. The chapter is on the topic From Swachh Bharat to Sundar Bharat via Swasth Bharat, an analysis of the Swachh Bharat Mission. Let's look at the first figure. On 2nd October 2014, the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, Prime Minister of India Mr. Narendra Modi announced India's Swachh Bharat or Clean India mission to enhance the quality of life by promoting cleanliness, hygiene, and eliminating open defecation by October 2, 2019. In 2014, around 10 crore rural and about 1 crore urban households in India were without a sanitary toilet, and over 55 crore, that is about half the country's population, still practiced open defecation. In fact, open defecation in India represented 60% of open defecation globally. Poor sanitation costs India around 5.2% of its GDP. The Swachh Bharat Mission or the SBM followed a multi-pronged approach including community participation, flexibility and choice by building a menu of options so that the poor families can subsequently upgrade their toilets depending upon their requirements and their financial position. Capacity building of districts to change behavior at the grassroots level and strengthen the capacities of implementing agencies. Instill behavior change through community engagement programs such as Anganwadi centers. Broad-based engagement by setting up Swachh Bharat Kosh to encourage corporate social responsibility. Use of technology. Nearly 90% of all SBM toilets have been geotagged. Consequently, the number of open defecation villages or ODF villages have significantly increased since 2015. As on May 2019, villages over 90%, Gram Panchayats over 95%, blocks over 85% and districts also over 85% have been declared ODF. As on date, 98.9% of India has been covered under SBM. Open defecation free or ODF means that the termination of fecal-oral transmission defined by no visible feces found in the environment or village and every household as well as public or community institution using safe technology option for disposal of feces. Moving on to the next figure. Most of the states show significantly greater access to individual household latrines or IHH L in 2018-19 as compared to 2014-15. Most of the states have achieved the status of 100% IHH L coverage and only few states are yet to achieve their targets. Moving on to next figure. It shows that most of the states have achieved the status of 100% ODF coverage and only a few states are yet to achieve their target. Goa has the lowest ODF coverage declared, followed by Odisha, Telangana, and Bihar. West Bengal and Sikkim are very close to achieving 100% ODF coverage. Let's look at the next figure. It discusses the central share of expenditure under the solid and liquid waste management. Solid and liquid waste management is another major component of SBM mission, as scientific disposal of waste has a noticeable impact on social development. Consequently, the centre's share of expenditure under the solid and liquid waste management during the last 4 years in states as well as UTs has increased. Solid and liquid waste management approach includes activities such as construction of waste collection centers, menstrual hygiene management activities, installation of biogas plants, construction of compost pits, installation of dustbins, system for collection, segregation and disposal of garbage, as well as construction of drainage facility and leach pits and construction of soak pits and stabilization ponds. Coming to the next figure. The success of SBM can be assessed from the gains that the actions under the scheme had on the various socio-economic outcomes of the rural populace. A direct impact of improved sanitation should manifest on the health indicators. Figure 6 highlights the fact that adequate sanitation plays a key role in reducing diarrhea, malaria, stillbirths, and low birth weight cases. While this shows that sanitation has an important role to play in reducing diarrhea and malaria, there may be other factors like distribution of mosquito nets, fogging machines, provision of safe drinking water, hand washing, and personal hygiene that have also played an important role in reduction of malaria and diarrhea. Looking at the next figure, a study by the World Health Organization estimates that health gains from reduced diarrheal disease due to increased sanitation coverage with the SBM initiative. The study results show that in 2014, that is before the start of the SBM, there were an estimated 140,000 deaths from diarrheal disease attributable to unsafe sanitation. About 39,000 of those attributable deaths occurred in children younger than 5 years. Since the start of the SBM, mortality from unsafe sanitation is estimated to have declined to about 50,000 deaths in 2017-18. The study shows that there is a clear relation between progress on sanitation coverage and health gains. Looking at Table 2. A recent study conducted by UNICEF on behalf of the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation found that on an average, every household in an open defecation-free village saved about 50,000 rupees per year on account of financial savings due to lower likelihood of disease from using a toilet and practicing hand washing and the value of time saved due to a closer toilet. The findings of the study suggest that when the cost of investment and operations are compared with the benefits over a 10-year time period, and when 100% of the households in the community use a toilet, the financial savings exceed the financial costs to the household by 1.7 times on average. For the poorest households, the value is higher at 2.4 times. When household time savings from closer toilet access and less sickness and the time for cleaning and maintaining the toilet are valued, the benefits exceed costs by 3 times. When the benefit of lives saved are included, the benefits exceed costs by 4.7 times. Apart from these gains, the SBM mission acts as a driver for eliminating the gender disparity through construction of gender-specific latrines in public areas such as schools, roads, and parks. The mission is also aligned with the 2030 Global Sustainable Development Agenda and the SDGs, especially the SDG 6.2, which aims to provide access, adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all, and end open defecation, paying special attention to the needs of women and girls. However, the dream of Clean India can only be realized by addressing the multiple facets. These are maintaining a culture of Swachhta at public places beyond individual houses, cleaning water bodies, scientific waste management, dealing with plastic menace, and controlling air pollution, etc. Going forward, SBM should focus on achieving 100% disposal of solid and liquid waste. The cleaning of rivers should be an integral part of Clean India. SBM needs to incorporate environmental and water management issues for long-term sustainability and improvements. Therefore, incorporation of principles of sustainability, circular economy, and adoption of eco-friendly sanitation technologies is important, which together can culminate into a Swachh that is clean, Swasth, healthy, and Sundar or beautiful Bharat. Such Bharat will be a real tribute to the father of the nation. Let's look at the important terms appearing in this chapter. Swachh Bharat Kosh. It has been set up to attract corporate social responsibility or CSR funds from corporate sector and contributions from individuals and philanthropists to achieve the objective of Clean India by the year 2019, that is, the 150th year of the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi through Swachh Bharat Mission. Sustainable Development Goals. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015, provides a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet now and into the future. At its heart are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals or the SDGs, which are the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. They address the global challenges we face, including those related to poverty, inequality, climate, environmental degradation, prosperity, and peace and justice. The goals interconnect, and in order to leave no one behind, it is important that we achieve each goal and target by 2030. That is all for this episode. We will see you next time with Chapter 9. Stay tuned.